Lolli, that was the knocker.
I'll be up soon.
Ugh.
Moon, you'll be following me today. Have you ever done guard training before?
No.
No worries. We'll start from scratch and build you up. I trained most of the guards in Clover. Simon, you'll be with Lolli today. When she's not messing about, she mostly helps old man Benny around the farm. You said you were a farmer, yes? So not much should be different than what you're used to. Lolli!
Okay, I'm getting up.
You both grab something to eat. You'll need the energy.
Okay.
Lolli, don't be late. If you're late, then Simon is late, and old man Benny will give him a hard time too.
We're not going to be late. I'll eat fast.
Lolli.
We'll leave soon. Don't worry.
Alright, Moon. Your first day of guard training. Guards hold a very important role.
I used to be the same way with my older sister. She'd wake me up so early in the morning. I used to hate it.
Does it ever stop?
No, unfortunately not. But it got easier. As I got older, I learned that my sister was trying her hardest, and I shouldn't make it harder for her.
I'm trying my hardest most of the time. I'm already 15 whole years old, which means I'm basically all grown up.
I wouldn't say that.
Just watch. I'll go to the city one day and make it big. Then Peter will be following my orders.
Being a guard requires discipline. It requires trust. It requires patience. It is not for the faint of heart. Some people say we have nothing to defend Clover from. They think training is a waste of time. I think it's best to be prepared for anything. After all, our ancestors warned us of the wrath of humans for a reason. Even if you don't believe them, being a guard is so much more than just defending. We are the leaders of Clover. We make sure everything runs smoothly. We keep track of everything, and everyone coming in and out of the village. We offer assistance to our Clovers in any way we can. Are you sure you have what it takes to be a guard?
I'm sure.
Your friends seemed surprised by your decision. Why is that?
I suppose being a traveler, the idea never came up?
Why do you want to be a guard?
I have no fighting experience, but I want to feel like I can defend myself.
Did you run into trouble on your travels?
Once, yes, some bandits.
Bandits? I've never heard of any bandits outside the city. How long ago was this?
It's been many nights since it happened.
You mean several days?
Yes, days.
I've heard tensions in the city were high, but I never thought it'd lead to bandits coming our way. No worry, that is exactly what we've been training for, the possibility of any threat. As Lapi, we are often considered weaker than our counterparts, but none are so dedicated as us, and that is our greatest strength. Come, we'll begin your sword training.
This is a stick.
Yes, you will use it to practice and train before receiving your first sword. Today you will learn the basics of how to wield your sword.
With a stick?
I know what I'm doing. For this to work, you'll need to trust me. Now come stand in front of this dummy. How would you wield your sword? You don't want to hold it up like that. Your arm would get exhausted. If you want to hold your sword out at someone, you would hold it like this. Now you try. Good. For today, I just want you to get comfortable. Practice striking at the dummy with your stick. We'll see what your stamina is like.
Okay.
I hope Moon will be okay.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how much she likes taking orders.
I'm sure it'll be okay. My brother is really good at training new guards.
He must have a lot of experience.
with a few new guards for a spin. Yeah. Mr. Benny will most likely want to watch over you while you learn, but you already know how to farm, right?
Well, my sister did most of the hard work, but she taught me a lot. I'm sure I can get it easy enough.
Okay, good. Compared to any other trade, I'm actually not that bad at farming. It's just Mr. Benny likes things to be like super organized, but honestly I think that just makes everything slower.
You know, when I first met Moon, she didn't know how to do anything. She still doesn't know most things, honestly. It's pretty funny.
Really? She acts so confident.
Yeah, she does. She barely knows anything, and yet she doesn't let it stop her. She just goes for what she wants.
She sounds awesome.
What I'm trying to say is, you shouldn't let people get you down. Just do your best and don't be afraid to mess up. There's something for everyone in the world. You just have to find it.
Is farming what's for you?
I'm not sure what's for me yet. There are things I enjoy, and things I can do, but nothing that seems to really draw me in. Traveling with Moon, I feel like my life has just begun, and somehow with her, I'll figure it out.
My life just feels stuck. I try so hard, but nothing seems to ever change.
I'm sure it will, when the time is right.
I hope so.
Hey, you two!
Hi, Mr. Benny!
Yeah, whatever. Come here so I can teach you. What's your name again?
Simon,
Okay, Simon. You ever walk on a farm before?
yes,
Were you any good at it?
I like to think so.
So no. Come here. Today you'll be harvesting cabbage. It's easy enough for two kids like you to figure out. Now watch here. All you have to do is cut the stem just below the head with a knife. Can you be trusted with a knife? Lolli probably shouldn't. Lolli?
Yes,
You'll be in
sir.
charge of cleaning up around here after the farmers, but you, Simon, you can do the cabbage. They should all be ready for harvest. I'll come check up on you in a bit.
Not quite. You want to try it more like this.
I'm trying!
You need to focus. Wielding a sword is more than just mindlessly swinging. You need to see the sword as an extension of your own body. Feel it swing through the air. Trust it.
You want me to trust a piece of wood?
Don't think of it as a piece of wood. If the time ever comes where you need to defend yourself, how you handle this weapon could be the difference between life and death.
She is to be executed.
Moon? Moon, are you okay?
I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Let's stop here. I should show you around the guardhouse. This building here is where we guards meet to discuss what needs to be done in the village, if new homes need to be built, and where they should be built. Walls, wells, that sort of thing. Not all guards have this duty, but some do. Senior guards escort goods and Lapi to and from the city for trade. What you'll do will depend on what you're best at.
What's this?
How could you forget? Mother's Nature Festival is a few weeks from now. Guards will perform a demonstration in swordsmanship. Depending on your progress, you may be able to participate, since we use wooden swords for the performance.
Are you performing in it?
Of course. Can't do the performance without the best swordsman now, can we?
Someone's sure of themselves.
I train every day. If I wasn't sure myself, it'd be a problem.
Fair enough.
We're going to have a meeting soon to discuss where to put a few new homes. You can sit in to observe how we do things. Maybe you'll have a few ideas yourself.
Sounds good.
Alright, let's see how you're doing.
I went as fast as I could.
Better done right than done fast, but not bad. We've actually got someone useful around here for once.
Hi, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Lolli. Since you're almost done with the cabbages, you can help pack some crates. Those will be going to the city.
The city sounds cool.
That city knows nothing about nothing. Don't get involved with them. All they want is to take control of everything.
But I've only heard great things about the city.
Listen here, I've been around for a long while. I know what I'm talking about. They go on about their love for Mother, but don't respect her in the slightest. Ungrateful. You go on and get those crates done. City is good for one thing and one thing only, getting us shell.
You can count on us.
Who is Mother?
Shh, keep your voice down.
Oh, sorry. Who is Mother?
Everyone knows Mother. She watches over us. She is our protector, our goddess, our healer, and our teacher. Mother is sacred, though I'm not really too sure about her myself. She's said to be in all things, that she gives life to nature itself, but I don't think that makes much sense. I prefer to think that the moon watches over me, that she's my friend. I guess she really is my friend now, huh?
You also have a goddess that watches over you. So you believe she can be anything in nature? Even the leaves?
She's not really nature, more that she gives life to it. She is described as a woman of water. Water brings life to everything there is. So I guess we really worship the water. But there are some other smaller deities believed to be her children that represent other things in nature. Around Clover, we celebrate Mother and her son Leaf.
Did you say leaf?
Hey, you kids stop slacking off and get those crates ready for transport to the city. At this rate, Clover's going to fall apart. These young kids can't even focus on simple tasks.
I can tell you more about it later. Let's just finish up here so we don't get in trouble.
If the Lapi know about leaf, we're not completely in the wrong place. Does that mean Cloud is also a child of Mother?
We're running low on space within the walls. We need to think about expanding.
Do we really even need the walls? There hasn't ever been any actual danger near Clover.
The ancestors warned us to be prepared for the return of humans. The only reason we have been kept safe all these years is because our beloved mother has protected us.
Do you not have any faith that she will continue protecting us?
How dare you question my faith in mother? She worked hard to protect us. It is only fair we do our part as well.
Settle down, everyone.
Peter, be realistic. Even if the humans were to return, as the ancestors said, do you really think those dingy walls are gonna hold?
I think it's better to be safe than sorry. There's no harm in constructing and expanding the walls. If the humans never return, then we simply did a bit of extra work. But if they do, we'll be glad to have them. Besides, as informed by our new addition, we may have other concerns besides the humans now.
A bit of extra work? They are out there working their tails off every single day! How can you justify to them that they're working day in, day out for a wall that will be put to no real use? You say we have other concerns besides humans? What could that possibly be?
They sure are worked up.
Moon, would you like to share with everyone what you told me? Moon here was a traveler before joining our village.
Uh-oh. Yes, right. I was traveling with my friend, Simon, and we were attacked by bandits.
Bandits?
There have only ever been bandits in the city.
Are you saying the bandits are coming into the forest?
Impossible! The roads to and from the city are heavily guarded. Besides, what use would the bandits have coming all the way out here? We have nothing of interest to them. And are they not afraid of Leaf?
See, this is exactly what I meant with the walls. Mother can only do so much to protect us before we have to start carrying our own weight. She cannot be expected to do everything.
That is completely different. Leaf is not as strong as our goddess. Even still, Moon being here right now is proof enough his protection can suffice.
Leaf, that's who we were meant to be looking for. Not that we really have to anymore. Hopefully these guys don't realize I'm not really a Lapi. This human business seems to be serious to them.
Moon, what happened when you were attacked by the bandits?
Well...
This is complete bear
Enough! We can ask more questions about the bandits later. The senior guards can investigate on their next trip to the city. For now, we will expand the walls. We can work with the stonemasons to improve their efficiency, so you no longer have to feel as if they will have no effect, should an attack ever come. Everyone is dismissed.
I mean, I never said where we were attacked by bandits. Should I feel guilty? It's not my problem.
Tensions are getting high. At this rate, they'll be tearing each other apart. What am I doing wrong? Hopefully the festival will bring everyone together, but will we even last till then?
Peter?
Right. Sorry, you had to see that. You may not believe me, but the meetings aren't usually that tense.
All that over a wall?
It takes a lot of work and resources to build, so I understand, but it's about more than just the wall. Lately, I've noticed more and more people are losing faith in Mother. She used to unite us all, but now people argue over seemingly insignificant details about her.
What sort of details?
Like what form she takes, or how many children she had, or how she looked. Why does any of that matter? She exists to guide us, to protect us. She wouldn't want us fighting over silly details about her.
Your mother must be really important then.
What? Don't tell me you don't believe in Mother.
I do, of course. I just mean she must be extra important for those people to put so much attention to those silly details. It might be hard for people to focus on the important stuff without knowing for sure.
You're right. Perhaps a retelling of Mother's story could bring them back to what matters. We could send for some performers from the city. It's not something we normally do, but it'd be worth a try.
Yeah.
Thank you, Moon.
I'm gonna have to learn more about this Mother if I want to blend in.
So, what's your sister like?
She's protective and strict, but also very fun when she wants to be. She cares a lot about me and works very hard.
And your parents?
They're gone.
Gone?
It's a long story, but Kira, my sister, never let me feel alone.
Lapi don't live with their parents as long as other people do. By the time we're 13, we're expected to move away from our parents and practice a trade.
13?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad for most Lapi though. Villagers are supportive, especially when you first get introduced to a new village. And Lapi tend to have lots of siblings. Since I can't be trusted to work on my own yet, I'm staying with my brother.
At least you're not completely on your own.
Yeah, I mean, having Peter has been nice, but he's annoying. Peter lets me paint, but I can tell he's worried that I won't ever be able to be on my own. He let me dye my hair though, and that was pretty fun.
Wait, so your hair isn't naturally pink?
Nah. When I dyed it, I had a bunch of leftover dye, so I begged Peter to let me dye his so we could match. But then I still had some left over, so I painted some of the flowers on my flower crown. Peter says it looks silly, but I like it. It's like I've got secret flowers on my head.
So what color was your hair before?
That's a secret.
Okay.
Is that your natural color?
Yeah.
Cool. What about Moon? Does she have any siblings? What are her parents like?
I don't know.
Oh, have you not known each other long?
Well, we met a while ago. It's just she doesn't.
She doesn't talk about herself?
Yeah, I guess.
She's a mystery then. That's fun.
Looks like they're done for the day. Can you not mention to Lolli about what happened during the meeting?
Sure.
Thanks, I don't want her to get involved with that whole mess.
Hello!
How is being a guard?
My weapon is a stick.
Only for now, before she's skillful enough for a sword.
I was farming.
Mr. Benny seemed happy with him.
That's good. It seems you guys will do well around here.
Yeah, it seems so.
We're done with training for the day. Lolli, if you want, you can go out, but be back before sunset.
I will.
Don't go too far. Have fun.
Come on, let's go out the wall.
Simon, they know about Leaf.
I know. There's also another goddess.
Mother,
Yeah.
what do you know about her?
Lolli says she's almost considered nature itself. That she's in everything.
She's the water. You guys are really bad at whispering.
Okay, then tell us about her.
A long time ago, there were humans. Everyone lived in fear of them. It was dangerous to go out alone. Even though there weren't many, they killed a lot of people. With the help of Mother and Leaf, and depending on who you ask, her rumored other children, were kept safe. They helped fend off humans so they wouldn't hurt us. We begged Mother to rid the world of humans so we'd no longer be hunted. And the next day, the humans vanished. There are different theories as to how she did it.
Did she kill them?
What? No. Mother is too merciful for that. She wouldn't have killed them. I mean, if she did, you wouldn't really be here now, would you?
So what'd she do?
Some people say there was a big wave that took them all away, and other people say she's hidden them in a cave underground. Others say they were taken up into the sky.
Should we tell her about you know who?
You know who.
Have you heard of Cloud?
I know what clouds are.
She means a goddess named Cloud.
A goddess other than Mother?
Maybe one of Mother's children?
Lolli only knows about Leaf. If you want to know about any of her supposed other kits, you'll have to go closer to the city.
What do you know about Leaf?
He is the deity of plants. Every flower, vine, and tree here is because of him. He protects the forest.
Do you happen to know where they are?
You can't just find him. Both Mother and Leaf hid away after the humans left.
Why?
It was probably hard for Mother to accept such a big request and get rid of the humans. I mean, if they were anything like you, it probably made her sad.
So if you believe in all this, why are you helping me and Simon?
Lolli doesn't exactly believe it all. Humans turned out to be real, but it's not like you hurt me. You don't seem that different from any of us. If Lolli doesn't at least try to help you, how can she know?
We really appreciate it, Lolli.
No problem. Can we stop talking about that now? I mean, I brought you out here to show you the joys of painting.
Sure.
Oh, do humans paint too?
Some of us do. We have some paintings at our house.